Okay, this is an exam style question that incorporates geometric series and summing to infinity. Okay, so first of all, we're told that the third and fourth terms of a geometric series are 6.4 and 5.12 respectively. Okay, so we can immediately write down, I'll write it down over here, that U3 is equal to 6.4 and U4 is 5.12. Now we know that with a geometric series, how this works, how we get from U3 to U4, is that we multiply U3 by this common ratio, R. So in other words, R is equal to U4 divided by U3. So what we need is 5.12 divided by 6.4, okay, which we can easily do on our calculator, and that gets us 0.8. So that is R. Okay, so that answers our first 2-mark question there. The next piece of the puzzle asks for the first term of the series. Now we have U3 and U4, so we can now work backwards to find U2, which is going to be 6.4 not times by 0.8, but because we're working backwards, it's now a divide. So if we divide by 0.8, do that on your calculator, we get 8. So that gets us our second term. The first term is therefore 8 divided by 0.8, which is equal to 10. So that gets us our first term of the series. So that's part B. Now we need the sum to infinity of the series. Okay, now the sum to infinity is given to you in the formula booklet and looks like this. Sum to infinity is A, the first term, divided by 1 minus R, the common ratio. So A we now know is 10. R is 0.8, so 1 minus 0.8 is 0.2. So the sum to infinity is 50. That's the next 2 marks. Okay, so that's 6 of the marks sorted. The last 4 marks asks us to calculate the difference between the sum to infinity of the series and the sum of the first 25 terms of the series. Now we have the sum to infinity already, so what we need is the sum of the first 25 terms, so S25. So if you look into your formula booklet, you will find this in there as well. So it's A, first term, times 1 minus R, in this case to the 25. Okay, in the formula booklet it will say N. On the bottom, 1 minus R. So that is 10 lots of 1 minus 0.8 to the 25 divided by 1 minus 0.8, which is 0.2. Okay, and when you do that on your calculator, you should be able to get 49.81, about that. It goes on for longer, and I'd recommend that you write down the full calculator display, okay, when you're doing this, but I'm just going to put it to 2 decimal places here, so that when we do the difference to answer the question, the difference between the sum to infinity and the sum of the first 25 terms, that's 50 take away 49.81, which is 0.19. Approximately. That should be an approximately sign there. Okay? So that was 10 marks for all of that. Okay, so make sure you understand each piece of the puzzle.